Hi there, I'm Charlotte Pounds. I'm going to be showing you how I safely extinguish and remove any remains of a fire. One in a fire pit, and I will also talk you through how I would hide the remains and extinguish the remains if I was in a fire in a forest. So as you can see, the embers of this fire are burning down. So with my fire gloves on, I'm going to remove the grill. And I'm just going to put that to one side. As you can see, the embers have burnt right down, and that creates a charcoal effect. Now, if I was to just put lots of water onto this would mean the embers of this fire would move out of the fire pit, would transfer, and could potentially start a fire elsewhere. So what I need to do to ensure that it's safe is take a stick, and I'm just going to move it round, and I'm just going to break up any of the larger embers. I'm then going to take some water. I'm not going to pour an entire bucket over, because again, that would make the embers move out of the fire and could potentially start a fire elsewhere. What I'm going to do is just pour a little bit on at a time and then stir. That's making sure that every ember, piece of charcoal is staying within the fire pit or the fire circle if I was doing this in the forest, and is not moving out. You do a little bit at a time so that you're creating a little bit of a mulch. And also it means that you have more control over the fire as you extinguish it. I'm going to add a little bit more now. I would use this same process if I was in my forest, working in my fire pit. We have a fire circle, so if I wasn't using this fire pit and I was doing it in a fire circle, I would use exactly the same process. The only difference would be if I wanted to hide the remains of having a fire, I would take natural soil debris such as grass and leaves, and I would place it over where the fire had been. That will create a natural mulch, and it will disguise where the fire's been, and also the charcoal will then feed the nutrients in the soil and will replenish the area that has had a fire on it, so that the nature and wildlife can grow back, so that you're not disturbing the natural habitat or the elements and the environment, so you're giving back. I'm just going to add a bit more water. The way to check that this is completely extinguished is to remove your fire gloves and just put your hand over it slightly, and I can feel by doing that there's no more heat coming off. I'm just going to press very gently with my fingertips. That feels cool to touch, and I can safely say that is now extinguished. Thank you very much.